top stories. Shooting in Shadwell leaves one injured. Emergency humanitarian logistics workshop underway, and calendar of Sugar Mass 52 activities officially launched. The details to these stories and more after the break.
Are you ready for the summer? Need a plan like no other. Stay connected when you're on the go.
Sign up for internet and get 1 month free, plus a chance to pay $0 for the rest of the year. Plus, get a chance to win free data, gas vouchers, $500 cash weekly, grocery vouchers, Fed tickets, and more.
Switch over to Flow.
Refer a friend and get $50 cash back for you and $50 cash back for your friend on loans of $3,000 and over at Quartz Ready Cash. Plus, you get flexible payment terms, hassle-free service, and fast approval. All you need is your ID, proof of address, payslip, job letter, and 2 references. Apply now. Visit shopquartz.com. The more friends you refer, the more cash back. What are you waiting for? Make every moment count with a loan from Quartz Ready Cash. We are ready when you are. Conditions apply.
In cricket, there are a few essentials: a bat, a pitch, a ball, some fielders, and plenty of refreshments. Enjoy the cricket with Angostura Chill. Angostura Chill, the official refreshment partner of the Hero CPL T20.
Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Major Newscast. I'm Jason Davis. The police are investigating a shooting on Monday afternoon that sent Gavin Amory of Shadwell to hospital with a bullet wound. According to the police, the shooting incident occurred in Shadwell between 4 and 4:30 p.m. Responding to the scene, the Special Services Unit of the police force found Amory outside his home with a bullet wound to his right ankle. The police say 2 masked assailants on a motorbike approached Amory and a family member who were seated outside and fired 2 shots at them. While attempting to escape the attack, Amory was shot in the ankle. He was taken to the JNF General Hospital by the Emergency Medical Services. The crime scene unit processed the area and collected pieces of evidence. An investigation into the matter is ongoing, and anyone with information is urged to contact the nearest police station, or you can call 707, the Crime Stoppers hotline. The United Nations World Food Programme, or WFP, in collaboration with the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency, or SEDEMA, hosted a 4-day emergency humanitarian logistics workshop in St. Kitts at the National Emergency Management Agency on Tuesday that will run until August 18. Representatives of the St. Kitts and Nevis Fire and Rescue Services, the Police Force, the Department of Customs and Excise, the St. Kitts and Nevis Red Cross Society, and the Departments of Social Development and Community and Gender Affairs are among the attendees who will be trained in the area of emergency humanitarian logistics so that they can support the national mechanism during disaster emergencies. Giving brief remarks at the opening ceremony, National Disaster Coordinator at NEMA, Abdias Samuel, said it's important that the Disaster Management Agency be involved in building capacity.
On our path to building a resilient St. Kitts and Nevis, and by extension, Caribbean region, we have to ensure that we maximize on the opportunities provided in building capacities.
He said responding to a crisis takes a multi-sectoral approach, which they must be prepared for.
You are training today to respond tomorrow. Not only to St. Kitts and Nevis, but to our obligation in the region. That's why we are CARICOM, and that's why we are a part of SEDEMA. And that's why we are part of a 6-member state sub-regional team comprising of Antigua and Barbuda, British Virgin Islands, Anguilla, St. Martin, and Montserrat, St. Kitts Nevis. So therefore, we have to be ready. Like everybody else, human resource is the biggest shortage we have worldwide. If we do not have the human resource capacities available to respond, then we're going to be challenged. And the response must be multi-sectorial and must be all of society.
Retired Major Damian Bromley, logistics coordinator and training facilitator for the WFP, explained how the initiative came about.
This training was conceptualized by World Food Programme, but developed and made possible through partnerships with SEDIMA and the local disaster office NEMA. Our efforts are supported financially by USAID, Bureau of Humanitarian Aid, and the European Union. The training is set out to support humanitarian operations within the region, as we have seen that increase in number of climate-related disasters. We are committed to providing the support to the region to ensure that all the resources and skills are available to impacted persons when crisis happens.
He said this year alone, similar training was held in Antigua and Barbuda, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and Trinidad and Tobago. He said last year, approximately 200 persons from national emergency response organizations in 7 countries were exposed to emergency equipment training. Participants will be trained in the principles and process for end-to-end supply chain management, which includes needs assessment, sourcing and shipping, warehouse management, distribution, and pest control. In other news, the official calendar of activities for the 52nd staging of the St. Kitts and Nevis National Carnival, also known as Sugar Mass, has been revealed. During the first Sugar Fix episode for this year on Monday, Chairperson of the National Carnival Committee, Shannon Hawley, and Director of Carnival, Clement Ogaro, spoke of some of the events on the calendar.
We start with the opening of Carnival, which is on the 15th of December, and that is the official start of non-stop activity. 19 days of non-stop activity.
Sunday 17 December, it's Sugar Mass, Rock the Runway.
In addition to Festival of Lights, it's a private event. It returns wholesome family entertainment. They've been on the Carnival calendar for the past few years, and we're happy to have them back on for this year. On the 18th is the ASAP Glow Parade.
Tuesday the 19th of December, the Miss Teen St. Kitts Nevis pageant.
Ms. Hawley said, filling the need for more daytime events for visitors and locals, there's also the addition of Study It on the Block.
Study It Entertainment is actually hosting 2 weeks, 18 days of non-stop activity downtown Bastia. People asked for it last year. We brought it on board late in the calendar, and we felt that more could have been done to attract individuals downtown Bastia to ensure that our vendors were well supported. And therefore, the National Carnival Committee is partnering with Study It Entertainment.
Sugar Mass 52 activities run from November 25 to January 2. After the break, student supplies on the way to Cuba, and National Bank Primary School netball competition officially launched. Stay tuned.
Are you ready for the summer? Need a plan like no other. Stay connected when you're on the go.
Sign up for internet and get 1 month free, plus a chance to pay $0 for the rest of the year. Plus, get a chance to win free data, gas vouchers, $500 cash weekly, grocery vouchers, Fed tickets, and more.
Switch over to Flow.
Here are your Horseless Value Mart IGA specials.
Running August 10 to the 23rd.
Now your Value Club Blue Tag special. Essential Everyday Ketchup, just $4.99. Essential Everyday Barbecue Sauces, $5.99. IGA and Essential Everyday Salt, plain and iodized, $4.79. Chobani Greek Yogurt, $5.69.
Super Chill sodas, $7.99. And Hammer detergent, $19.99. And now your very low weekly
Value deals! Stock is chunk like tuna, $3.99. Essential everyday 100% apple juice, $6.99. Simply 100% orange juice, $15.99. Equaline mouthwash, $14.99. The Colgate toothpaste, $7.99. Longest cranberry juices, $11.99. Shop smart, shop Value Mart.
haga sus compras aquí en
Value Mart!
The biggest party in sport is back. CPL returns with more action than ever before.
Are you kidding me?
Watch the biggest names in cricket battle it out in the race for glory.
Brilliantly! Celebrate some more!
Get your tickets now at cplt20.com or at the box office. Join the party. Experience cricket played louder.
Welcome back. A trailer filled with a donation of supplies is on its way to Cuba to benefit students who are pursuing tertiary education there. Economic hardship that has impacted the residents and citizens of Cuba has also affected the students as well. And on Tuesday at the National Emergency Management Agency headquarters, Prime Minister the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, who received his medical training in Cuba, sympathized with the students.
We know that there has been some challenges for our students in Cuba, and therefore we have decided to step up as a government to make sure that our students are comfortable as possible. The Cuban government is indeed doing its utmost best to make our students comfortable and have a good stay in Cuba, and so we are doing our part as well. And this government has committed to make sure that we fulfill this. So this container of supplies will be delivered to our students to enhance their stay while they're in Cuba. And it's my commitment to continue to do so. I was once a student in Cuba. I understand sometimes the needs that are there, and therefore it is very important for me as the leader of this administration to help our students there in Cuba. And as much help as is needed, we will put ourselves forward to make sure that our students are comfortable. They are our future professionals, and they will come back to serve their country, and I think that their country should make sure that they are well in a country that is doing their best to take care of them.
Also in the trailer are medical supplies for Cuba's Ministry of Health. Resident Cuban Ambassador His Excellency David Rivero Perez expressed his gratitude.
It's important to me to know and see the concern of the government supporting the parents of the students who are in Cuba, as the Prime Minister said, with some challenges that affect not only the Cuban people, but also the students who are there studying. So it's good to know also that we have a donation from the Ministry of Health of medical supplies for the Ministry of Health of Cuba, and we thanks too much the government of St. Kitts and Nevis and the people for the solidarity with us. It's not the first time that the government of St. Kitts and Nevis support Cuba, and we want to express the commitment to continue collaborating together in order to get stronger our ties in solidarity, in friendship, economically, and all that we can do.
Officials say processing has to be done before the container can leave. Government and sport officials came together at Government House on Tuesday morning for a ceremony to officially launch the St. Kitts Nevis Anguilla National Bank Primary School Netball Competition. The launch forms part of a week of activities to commemorate the 45th and 50th anniversary of the national netball team's victories at the Caribbean Netball Championships. Among those present was Deputy Prime Minister the Honorable Dr. Jeffrey Hanley, who commended the champions for putting their energies into reviving local netball.
Many of the persons who we are celebrating today, including Dame, of course, they were all part of my upbringing. So I am extremely proud to be here, not only in celebrating their championship, but the fact that they have taken up the initiative to make sure that netball once again rise in St. Kitts and Nevis.
President of the St. Kitts Nevis Netball Association, Dion French, noted that netball provides numerous benefits for players both on and off the court.
Netball builds team spirit and team building, as it is not an individual sport. Through netball, our girls not only acquire the skill of the game, but also develop their bond and friendship with one another through their training sessions.
Executive Marketing Manager of St. Kitts and Nevis Anguilla National Bank, Anthony Morton, said his company is excited about the launch of the competition and the impact it will have on the lives of the participants.
We think it will change the life trajectory of so many female athletes. So simply put, national cares. To the students, the skill sets, discipline, and training that you will learn in netball will build your confidence, enhance your problem-solving and decision-making skills, which will undoubtedly prepare you for life's journey.
Patron of the competition, Governor General, Her Excellency Dame Marcella Liburd, GCMG JP, said that the event is key to getting the younger generation excited about netball and creating future champions.
We're very serious about ensuring that the competition happens. We'll work with the Ministries of Sport and Education in this regard to ensure that we pass on that winning spirit to those young people you see behind there, so that sometime in the not too distant future, we'll have more Caribbean championships coming from St. Kitts and Nevis.
According to an official from the Ministry of Sport, although the competition has been officially launched, training sessions, zonal competitions, a netball academy, and mentorship sessions will be held before the actual competition takes place, which is expected to begin in May 2024. Minister of Culture in the Nevis Island Administration, the Honorable Eric Evelyn, says coming off the successful hosting of Culturama 49, preparations have already begun for the milestone 50th anniversary of Nevis Culturama in 2024. He was recently quoted as saying, "We know that Culturama 49 was just a precursor to what is to come in Culturama 50. We have taken note of all that may have gone wrong for Culturama 49, and we will ensure that we remedy everything and we get it right for Culturama 50." End quote. With regard to the recently concluded festival, the minister said he was satisfied with the overall management, organization, and execution of all of the various competitions and street activities. Minister Evelyn congratulated all winners and participants of the various competitions, as well as organizers of fringe events and mass troops for their contribution to the success of the festival. The Culturama Secretariat has already launched the Culturama 50 slogan contest, which runs until September 15. Culturama 50 will be celebrated from July 25 to August 6 of 2024. Coming up in regional news, NOAA revised forecast predicts more storms. The details when we come back.
Are you ready to let it flow to light up your life? Get ready for the most electrifying event of the year. It's the Let It Flow to Light Up Your Life sales event at Horsfield's Building and Nevis Centers. For limited time only, Horsfield's Building and Nevis Centers are offering an unbelievable discount of 25% off on all electrical and plumbing items. Yes, you heard that right, 25% off. It's time to make those electrical and plumbing upgrade and renovation dreams a reality. Whether you're a do-it-yourself enthusiast or a professional contractor, we've got everything you need need to transform your space. From dazzling chandeliers to high-quality wiring, from stylish faucets to top-notch plumbing fixtures, we've got it all. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to save big on top brands and the latest innovations in electrical and plumbing. Spruce up your living space, revamp your kitchen, and turn your bathroom from ordinary to luxury and more. Hurry, hurry, hurry! This event won't last forever, so head over to Horswood's Building and Eva Centers today and let it flow and light up your life with our phenomenal 25% off sales event on all electrical and plumbing items. Try Horswood's first, your one-stop destination for all your electrical and plumbing needs. Terms and conditions apply.
Are you ready for the summer? Need a plan like no other. Stay connected when you're on the go.
Sign up for internet and get 1 month free, plus a chance to pay $0 for the rest of the year. Plus, get a chance to win free data, gas vouchers, $500 cash weekly, grocery vouchers, Fed tickets, and more.
Switch over to Flow.
Regionally, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, has updated its annual forecast and now predicts an above-normal 2023 Atlantic hurricane season. This is a change from their May outlook, which had predicted a near-normal number of storms for the first time in 8 years. More in this DBS News report.
Scientists at NOAA's Climate Prediction Center have revised their prediction for the ongoing 2023 Atlantic hurricane season from a near-normal to an above-normal level of activity. The main reason they expect more activity is that ocean water in areas of the Atlantic Ocean where hurricanes form is abnormally warm right now. The Atlantic Basin experienced an active start to the hurricane season, with 5 storms that have reached at least tropical storm strength, including 1 hurricane already.
Storm being formed in June in the Atlantic, which is very unusual. So based on those factors, most of the institutions that do the predictions they change their predictions from near normal to above. So they're expecting that the season will pick up and have a lot more tropical storm formation.
NOAA had initially predicted 12 to 17 named storms for the season, but now they are projecting up to 21 storms.
The average is 14 named storms, 7 hurricanes, and about 4 major hurricanes. That's the average. So the predictions were close to this, and now they're going for about 18 named storms. I think about 8 or 9 hurricanes and 5 major hurricanes.
The St. Lucia Met Services continues to advise citizens to always be prepared for a storm, seeing as the island has already experienced one early in the season. Tropical Storm Brett, which affected the island in June, caused major damage to the country's agricultural sector, destroying an estimated 75% of the banana industry.
Even though it was a below normal prediction, it only takes one system to affect us. So with the new changes, the expected changes that we're going to have an above normal system, it still remains the same, that it only takes one to affect us.
Currently, there is little activity in the Atlantic Basin, but with the peak of the hurricane season approaching next month, more activity is expected. For the DBS News World, I am Zane Romulus.
In other regional news, to bring awareness on how to spot and stop child labor, the Trinidad and Tobago Ministry of Labor hosted a public awareness caravan at the Trin City Mall. Here's more.
In Trinidad and Tobago, the legal age for employment is 16 years old. Therefore, it is illegal to employ a child under that age. To ensure that all citizens can spot and stop all instances of child labour, the Labour Inspectorate Unit and the National Steering Committee for the Prevention and Elimination of Child Labour in Trinidad and Tobago under the Ministry of Labour hosted a public awareness caravan. Labour Inspector 2 at the Ministry of Labour, Paula Achaiba, explained how prevalent instances of child labour are in Trinidad and Tobago.
It's an issue that is prevalent. It is in Trinidad and Tobago. It may not be as visible as some may think, but it is here, and we are hoping that by doing this and by doing other public awareness, different sessions and campaigns, that we could bring awareness so persons can spot child labor and they can help us stop child labor.
Agencies such as Childline and the Children's Authority, as well as the Ministries of Education, Social Development and the Office of the Prime Minister, provided information and support for the event. Member of the steering committee, Rennie Joseph, said this kind of advocacy and awareness is important to help those children who are victims of child labor.
And this is very important because we need to know that child protection is everybody's business. So we want to make sure that we are educated, that we are aware, so when we see it happening around us, we can take affirmative action.
The caravan will continue to bring awareness to communities throughout Trinidad and Tobago in the coming months.
Coming up, co-CEO of the St. Kitts Nevis Patriots stops by to give us more information about the upcoming CPL matches. Stay tuned, Upfront is next.
You're never too young to start planning for your financial future. That's why I decided to visit National Caribbean Insurance to speak with one of their friendly sales agents.
Here at NCI, we strive to ensure customer satisfaction by choosing the right policy for you. Our endowment plans provides customers with adequate returns on their investments. The quinquennial bonus policy offers a 25% payout of the sum assured every 5 years. Other life insurance packages can help to secure your family's future. Also, please consider our health plans so you can be reimbursed for medical expenses to ease financial impact. Just remember, the younger you are, the more affordable insurance is for you.
Don't wait until it's too late to apply. Make an appointment to see a sales agent.
Visit us today. We serve, we protect, we satisfy. That's NCI.
The biggest party in sport is back. CPL returns with more action than ever before.
Are you kidding me?
Watch the biggest names in cricket battle it out in the race for glory.
Brilliantly, let's celebrate some more!
Get your tickets now at cplt20.com or at the box office. Join the party. Experience cricket played louder.
Are you ready for the summer? Need a plan like no other. Stay connected when you're on the go.
Sign up for internet and get 1 month free, plus a chance to pay $0 for the rest of the year. Plus, get a chance to win free data, gas vouchers, $500 cash weekly, grocery vouchers, Fed tickets, and more.
Switch over to Flow.
We now present an upfront with the co-CEO of the St. Kitts Nevis Patriots. Hello and welcome to Upfront. Tonight joining me in the studios is Mr. Venki Sridhar. He's the co-CEO of the St. Kitts Nevis Patriots, and we're going to be talking about some of the upcoming plans for CPL and a few new additions that you may not know about. Welcome, Mr. Sridhar.
Thank you, Jason. Thanks for having me.
It's good to see you again. I think we spoke some years back.
Yeah, absolutely, because after that COVID hit, and it has been an interesting time. So glad that I'm finally able to get out of the Marriott and come into the island and explore the island and get to meet you after a long time.
Indeed, good to see you again. So let's get right into it. Now, CPL is once again back in St. Kitts for the summer. How does it feel to be back in St. Kitts and Nevis?
It's always an exciting time to be back in St. Kitts for the home leg of our tournament, which will start. So we have the home games on 23rd, the 24th, the 26th and the 27th of August, right? And I would want the entire island of both St. Kitts and Nevis to come and cheer the Patriots on as we go after the second CPL title this year.
Indeed, and I understand there are some new additions to the team this year.
Yes, so the way we looked at it was based on the schedule from the first game of the Patriots, as the away game on the August 19, to the last to the 8th game of the season on September 4th. In such a short period of time, we're playing 8 games, and in areas where the pitch is not more suitable towards pace bowling than this, and that's why we roped in pretty good all-rounders, but we roped in O'Shane Thomas, which I'm very excited about. O'Shane, I don't need to talk about O'Shane a lot. You already know what he has done in the CPL. We also got in Corbin Bosch, all-rounder, George Lind, another all-rounder. So the focus has been that by the time we reach Trinidad for our 9th game, we have qualified or we're close to qualification for the playoffs, because that's the first step towards winning the title. And of course, we have the bumper, signing of Ambati Raidu. He will be the first Indian player to play for St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots. He recently won the IPL with CSK. He's incidentally the player with the highest number of IPL titles, because he has played for both Mumbai Indians and CSK. And we are very excited that we hope that he brings his Midas touch to St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots too.
Indeed. No, aside from the players exciting the fans, there's going to be some extra excitement for the attendees as well.
Absolutely. So there's going to be a lot of entertainment events as well. Plus, there are going to be like fun events, like if you as a fan are at the stadium and you take a one-handed catch, you will win cash prizes. So you'll actually get paid to attend the game. So you should come to the game. I won't, because
I can't catch one-handed, but
yeah, well, you should try. It's fun. I hope everyone comes in, everyone gets a fair chance at having that shot at winning the cash prize. And of course, in addition, we always have the cash prize for the best costume and so on and so forth. So it'll be a good entertainment / carnival type event that we'll do, because CPL is after all the biggest party in sport.
Yeah, you said it before I did. No. Tell us about the ticket sales. How's that going?
So ticket sales have already started. The cheapest ticket starts at $6 US. And we've also tied up with Carib, so there'll be a Patriots Carib party stand. So the tickets are on sale across all Carib depots, across both St. Kitts and Nevis, and they will be for EC $40 if you buy early bird, and EC $55 on the day of the games.
Okay. Now tell me about the team itself. We've won one title before,
yes,
but we've come so close in years.
Yes,
some of the years. What does the team this year look like? What are your predictions?
So this year, we actually looked at what was the thing that was missing for us from last year. So we retained the core, being led by Evan Lewis this year, who will be our captain. Sherfain is coming back. Fletcher is coming back. We got Soldier coming back. We have Dominic Drakes, who will be playing for us again this year. So what we did is we tried to retain the core, and we tried to fill in the gaps that we had based on the assessment of what happened last season. We were a bit unfortunate that we had the 2 games here rained off. Probably if we would have won one of them, we would have qualified for the playoffs, right? And then once you're in the playoffs, it's anybody's game on that day, right? But we didn't get the opportunity. So our idea this year was, like I mentioned, the first 8 games, let's try and get maximum number of points, and by the time we go to Trinidad and Guyana, we would be already qualified or on the verge of qualification.
Okay. Oh, well, thank you very much. We are pretty much out of time. So just remind us once again, when do the matches start?
The 24th, the 23rd, the 24th, the 26th, and the 27th.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us. It's been a pleasure speaking with you once again. I've been speaking with Mr. Venki Sridhar. He's the co-CEO of the St. Kitts Nevis Patriots, and he's giving us some information about the upcoming CPL matches, which will be kicking off in just a few days, pretty much. Well, that's it for you upfront. Stay tuned. More news after this. Internationally, a massive explosion at a petrol station in Russia's southern Republic of Dagestan killed 30 people and injured more than 100, local officials said on Tuesday. More in this Euronews report.
At least 35 people have died after a huge explosion at a petrol station Monday in the Russian city of Makhachkala. Among them 3 children, and 75 others are injured. The explosion followed a fire that broke out in the car service building at about 10 p.m. local time. Ministry of Emergency Situations said the fire was extinguished only after 4 hours. According to local media, most of all the victims were onlookers.
Typhoon Lan has lashed central and western Japan with heavy rain and winds of 68 miles per hour. It's now been downgraded to a tropical storm, but it has disrupted travel across the country. Al Jazeera's Hanako Montgomery reports.
The summer months here are the time for travel. But in Japan, heavy rain and strong winds brought on by Typhoon Lan are disrupting holiday plans across the country.
I have to be in school from the 17th, so there was no way I could stay in Manila longer when our flight got cancelled. We had to book new flights, so we're at least in Japan now. We're taking the overnight bus back to Osaka.
It stranded international travelers too. This is the first summer since Japan downgraded COVID-19 to the same category as seasonal flu, encouraging many to visit.
We had tickets for a punk festival today, so I'm really hoping to go there because I was really looking forward to it. The thing is we have an Airbnb book, so we hope we can get there today. Yeah.
Trains between Tokyo Station and Nagoya, a city in central Japan, have been greatly reduced. Many bullet trains have also been suspended because of the storm today. Around 900 flights have already been canceled this week. 90,000 homes lost power in central and western Japan, the areas hardest hit by the slow-moving storm. 240,000 people were advised to evacuate areas at risk of flooding and landslides. 110 kilometers an hour wind speeds caused injuries from flying debris. Some cities in the Kansai and Tokai regions have seen up to 300 millimeters of rainfall in the past 24 hours. That's more than their average rainfall for the whole of August. Japan's meteorological agency says Typhoon Lan is forecast to move away from populated areas into the Sea of Japan by early Wednesday. Hanako Montgomery, Al Jazeera, Tokyo.
Up next in sport, St. Paul's United FC win SKNFA FA Cup Championships, and Neymar to join Saudi's Al Hilal after $100 million transfer fee deal with PSG.
You're never too young
Stay tuned
to start planning for your financial future. That's why I decided to visit National Caribbean Insurance to speak with one of their friendly sales agents.
Here at NCI, we strive to ensure customer satisfaction by choosing the right policy for you. Our endowment plans provides customers with adequate returns on their investments. The quinquennial bonus policy offers a 25% payout of the sum assured every 5 years. Other life insurance packages can help to secure your family's future. Also, please consider our health plans so you can be reimbursed for medical expenses to ease financial impact. Just remember, the younger you are, the more affordable insurance is for you.
Don't wait until it's too late to apply. Make an appointment to see a sales agent.
Visit us today. We serve, we protect, we satisfy. That's NCI.
First up in sport, St. Paul's United FC are once again the SKNFA FA Cup champions after a thrilling 3-2 victory over Village Superstars on Monday night at Warner Park. More in this SKNFA report.
SL Horses St. Paul's United has for the third straight year defended their SKNFA FA Cup title when they came from behind to defeat Rams Village Superstars 3-2 in the dying moments of the game on Monday night at the Warner Park. The match was a thrilling encounter before a sold-out crowd. St. Paul's taking the lead in the 26th minute by Javon Leader, but Village Superstars were not to be outdone and just minutes before halftime scored 2 quick-fire goals from Javon Amory and Kimari Rogers, going into halftime at leading 2-1. But St. Paul's never-say-die attitude kicked in, along with a burst of rain. Keith Roy Freeman equalized from a corner kick in the second half, and Vinceroy Nelson in the dying moments of the match sealed the win.
To the win, as we have a strong wind blowing from the east. Petra hitting that one over to the far post. As we see Senna is free and putting that one into the back post, and St. Paul's going up 1-0. Senna left all alone, nobody marking. Village is confused in the box with who supposed to be marking who. And St. Paul's going up some 1-0 here. Allowing Freeman to get the header. Nice through ball here, and Amri's through. 1-on-1. Amri, one to beat. Going wide of the target, and Amri putting that one into the back of the net. Jamal getting caught in no man's land. And Javon Amri firing that one to the far post.
To get this free kick in, let's see what Village Superstars can
Ball
do.
played in as we see head going up, and we see Kimari Rogers up and putting that one into the back of the net. A free header by Kimari Rogers. Outpowering everyone. Javon Amri delivering that one into the goal area. Fresh, looking to square this one across, and Village missing, and Nelson posting on that one from the back post and putting that one into the back of the net, and Village giving up the go-ahead goal.
Commentary provided by Derek Mills and Essington Watts, broadcast live on the SKNFA Facebook page. After the match, manager of St. Paul's United, Darren Edmead, spoke about the character of his team to win a third straight FA Cup title.
To be honest, at the start of the season, one of the things that we circle is all the championships that would be available this year. The first one was the President Cup. For us, getting that was important. In the locker room, halftime, we were, after we gave up the goal, went down to 1. We reminded ourselves what our goals were for the season, and it's for cups. So when we came back out second half, we just gave it all that we had. And one of the things that we also followed up on as well is that, we just came off the Caribbean Shield, and we had some horrible games in the sense that we had good first halves and some very poor second halves. And we decided that we're going to come out in this game and we're not going to have the same results as the previous and put a complete game together by playing 2 good halves.
St. Paul's United now set their sights on defending their SKNFA Premier League title for a third straight year when the Super 6 playoffs kick off on a Friday at 6:30 p.m. at the SKNFA Technical Center in St. Peters.
Still in football, Neymar is set to complete a move to the Saudi Pro League after Al Hilal agreed to a reported 90 million euros or $98 million transfer fee with Paris Saint-Germain on Monday. More in this France 24 report.
He's the latest in a growing list of top talent lured to Saudi Arabia by astronomical sums of money. Neymar follows in the footsteps of Cristiano Ronaldo and Karim Benzema in joining a Saudi football team in the past year. But Saudi Arabian money is not just bankrolling football stars. The Guardian reported in July that since early 2021, the country's public investment fund had spent at least $6.3 billion on sports deals, such as the takeover of Newcastle United. Around the same time, the Saudis created a golf league to compete against the PGA Tour and began poaching its talent. Now the PGA has agreed to merge with it, making the Desert Kingdom arguably the most influential force in golf. Critics accuse the country of sports washing in an effort to distract from its poor human rights record.
They're using football to clean up their international image because they're waging war with Yemen. They're financing international terrorism because it's a very restrictive country, especially for women and minorities, because they make journalists disappear in embassies.
Saudi Arabia is also busy developing its cultural sites, has begun hosting music and film festivals
designed by world-leading architects. The Line is
and is building futuristic and contentious new destinations such as The Line, a 170-kilometre-long mirrored city, and a winter sports resort in the desert, which has won hosting rights for the Asian Winter Games in 2029. It's a gargantuan effort to rebrand the oil-rich kingdom, which is aiming to attract 100 million visitors a year before 2030.
When we come back, we'll have another look at the stories that made the headlines.
It's okay to party. It's okay to drink.
but it's never okay to drive after drinking at a party. Make it a night to remember, not a night to forget. Stay alive, don't drink and drive. Make the right choice. St. Kitts and Nevis.
We now wrap up with a recap of the top stories. Shooting in Shadwell leaves 1 injured. Emergency humanitarian logistics workshop underway. And calendar of Sugar Mass 52 activities officially launched. And that's it for the ZIZ Major Newscast. Thank you for joining us. I'm Jason Davis.